Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be making some sourdough for baguettes, which we'll be having tomorrow. So it's about 1:30 today, so 1:30 in the afternoon. So it'll probably rise, well, it will rise overnight on the counter until I'm ready to bake it for tomorrow morning. So stay with me if you'd like to see how it's made. Okay, I'm starting out, let's see, with about 2 cups of water, warm water. To that I'm adding, I would say about, I'm going to add, well, the sourdough is very sticky. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of sourdough starter. Well, that's about right. And to that, I'll stir it up a bit so that it's all incorporated into the water. It's a little stiff. The sourdough starter is a little stiff today. I fed it yesterday and then let it rise for a little bit, and then I put it in the refrigerator until now. So it should be okay for getting the dough risen, or getting the dough to rise. Okay, so I'm adding oil, extra virgin olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. And stirring that. And then I'll be adding the flour. We'll be adding about 5 cups of flour because I'm making 4 baguettes. So here's 1, 3, 4. I don't think I have enough in there for cup 5. Let's see. And this will be 5. And then I add my salt, which I will add for 5 cups. I'm going to add about 2.5 teaspoons of salt. And then I give it a stir. I do this by hand. I don't use a mixer. And sometimes I will add more depending on the dough, depending on the flour. This flour is a little bit dry, so I think I'll add another, I think this is about a 1/2 cup. Well, it's about 3/4 of a cup, but I won't add it all. I just added a little bit at a time just to see how much it absorbs. I'll probably add a little more. I don't want it to be too wet either, because it'll be very hard to shape it in the morning if it's too wet. Okay, that looks about right. It's still a little too wet for me, but I will leave it that way. And I just stir it around with my spatula, I guess it is. we have a fairly wet dough, kind of shaggy dough. So what I'm going to do is just leave it here for about a half hour or so, or maybe more. And then I'll do the stretch and folds. I'll do about 3 stretch and folds. Okay, welcome back. It's been about actually 45 minutes since I finished putting this together. So now what I'm going to do is we'll do the stretch and folds, the first set of stretch and folds. Oh, and this is way too wet for me. Okay, so that was, this is what I will be doing. Hopefully it'll be okay for tomorrow. Okay, so this is the first set of stretch and folds. I usually do it a few times, and then I do the folds this way. Fold it under a few times. Okay, so we'll let this rest for another 30 minutes and we'll do another set of stretch and folds. And I will do that twice more, and then I will put it to rise. So I'll see you back at the next stretch and fold and we'll see how this is doing. It should be another 30 minutes or so. Okay, it's been 30 minutes and I'm going to do some more stretch and folds. Okay. And this seems a little better. It's better behaved. And it's getting harder to stretch. At this point, I'll do some folds. Oh, I had set the timer. Let me shut that off. And it looks pretty good. Okay, and we'll let it rest for another 30 minutes. I probably will just do it one more time, but I won't film it. I won't record this, so I'll do it one more time after another 30 minutes, and then I'll just put it to rest until tomorrow morning when I shape it. See you then. Hello, good morning. Today I'll continue doing the sourdough, the baguettes. What I had to do was, this morning when I woke up about 6 o'clock, it's almost 9 now in the morning, and I had to put the dough in a larger container because it literally popped the lid of the other container. So this is what it looks like here. I had put it in the refrigerator for a little while I had breakfast and stuff like that. So this is what it looks like now, and I'll be shaping it right now. So I'm just dusting the counter here before I pour the dough out. Okay. So now I'll just divide it up into 4 equal parts, or as equal as I can get them. Okay. And I'll be using a pan, a baguette pan, to put these in while they ferment the second time. And it'll only be a fermentation of about maybe an hour or 2, probably closer to 2 hours. Okay, we'll set some of these aside. Okay, so how I do this is I spread it out a little bit. Then I fold one piece over, like that. Then I fold the other piece over, like that, close to it, like sort of like an envelope type thing. And then I'll take one piece and put it over the other, like this, into a roll, kind of. See, the dough is kind of soft, but we'll work with it. And then we roll it out in the shape of a baguette, like this. And make sure there's not too much flour on the counter, otherwise it won't work. Okay, and then I'm just putting it in the, it's this pan here. I have four baguette areas here, so I'm gonna put this in one of them, and I'll do the same with the rest. Now we'll do another one. Very easy to do, really, very easy to shape. It's really not that difficult. And put it over the other. Okay, well, this looks like it's good. Put this one there. These come out really, really so good. I love these. I love the baguettes. And I'll probably just freeze some. Most likely I will. This way they stay fresher. And once you take them out of the freezer, you can just heat them up in a 350-degree oven for a few minutes. Not very long. Maybe, I would say about 6 minutes or so. And they come out as if they're just coming out of the oven for the first time. So they're really good. I also do bowls and things like that, but today I just wanted to make some of these because we've been eating these a lot lately, the baguettes, because they're so good for sandwiches. Okay, and this is what they look like. not very well shaped, but once they rise, they'll be better. And what I do is I put a bit of semolina flour on top, just so that they don't stick. And then I'll cover them with some plastic. I have like plastic bags that I use to cover them with so they don't dry out at the top, on the top. Okay, so that should be good. Let me get the plastic bag. Okay, just use, this is like from vegetables from the grocery store. It's a nice big one. So what I do, I just put this on top like this. And I let these sit for about 2 hours or until they're maybe double in size or so. And then we'll bake them. We'll see you later when I put them in the oven. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half, and I think they look pretty much done here. They've risen enough. I'll be scoring them, and then I'll be putting them in a 425-degree oven for about 20 minutes. But for the first few minutes, I'll be spraying them with water. And I have my little trusty bottle here with water in it, just to have that steam in there in the oven for a little while. Okay, so this is the way I score them. I usually just make straight lines, about 3 or 4. Like that. And like I said, I'll just be spraying them with the mist for a couple of minutes. I would say maybe in the beginning 5 to 6 minutes of the cooking time. Okay, I'll see you back when they're all done. Okay, the baguettes are out of the oven. They were in there for 30 minutes. And for the first few minutes, I sprayed them with water. I would say about the first 5 or 6 minutes, I sprayed them with water. And I also put ice cubes underneath on this stove, on the bottom of the stove, so that there would be more steam in the oven. But this is what they look like after 30 minutes. They're well done. And I know they'll be delicious for later on, which later on I'll be using them for crostini with tomatoes and mozzarella on top. So they should be good. And I hope you do give this a try. They're really easy to make and they're really delicious, I think. Much so than the bowls. They're crunchy and everything. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye.